Well, hello, and thank you for tuning in to Truth Set Free. Looks like I still have the screen on. Let's take a look at everybody. Yeah, how you guys doing tonight? It's good to have everybody aboard, and those people who will be coming in to the live stream. I'm just excited about tonight because we have another special night to actually talk about the stars tonight. And so this is going to be an exciting night because there's a little bit of a controversy, but controversy is always good, right? And it keeps us, on our toes and keeps us well informed. So tonight we have a special guest on, Ron Hagberg. He is a YouTuber, flat earther, and also, I believe that he's an astronomer of sorts. No, just about the same as we are, but I think Ron had some interesting points of view on the stars, and I wanted to discuss that because we had brother Terry Eicher on the other night, and we were looking at the wonder of the stars as well. So I want to just start out by just saying hello to Ron and hello to each one of you, but I'm let Ron actually take it from here. Tell us a little bit about your background. How did you get started in flat earth, and what other things have you done in life? Ron, how you doing?
Oh, pretty good. Nice to talk to you. I've just a normal background. I mean, I've out of high school, I got a CDL and drove a truck for a year. I didn't really like that, and then I got into construction. I've been doing fiber optic cable work for the last 20 some odd years.
Okay.
And then I got into flat earth, I guess, kind of like everybody else. I was raised in church, raised Baptist.
Okay. Well,
and,
okay.
I kind of got away from it. I fell into the whole ancient aliens and all that mess.
All right.
Well, kind of got away from it for a while, and then.
All right.
Then,
Ron, hold on. I'm sorry. We got you kind of like off to the side of the. I think right. Okay.
I was trying to
good.
Stay in front of the microphone.
Good. Okay. All right. Well, we got you squared now. Now I think everyone could see us, and so you got into ancient aliens and truck driving. Background. I guess listening to a lot of podcasts and wondering about things. Is that it?
Yeah, I think the first flat earth video I saw was Eric Dubay, 200 proofs, and it just kind of made sense immediately to me.
Okay. Okay. Well, you have some very interesting videos, and a couple of the videos I've been watching, I kind of checked out that one about the Coriolis effect and how the guy was shooting the arrow, the bow and the arrow, he was using the bow and arrow, and then went he shot it us straight up in the air, and then it came straight back down and hit the same place nearly that it took off. And I had never even thought about doing anything like that. But that's a very simple way of proving that we're not spinning, and that nothing is like what they have been telling us. And so, how did you come up with that idea?
I actually read Samuel Robatham's book, Earth's Not a Globe. And they said they did it with cannonballs back in the 1800s. And I just found that video, and I was like, same idea. And then those same guys also did a 50 caliber rifle. They shot it straight up in the air.
Really?
And the bullet was in the air for 1 minute and 50 seconds, and it still came back down and hit. It almost hit them. And Globebusters did a little piece on that. I used that video of mine, I think last Sunday before. But
did they use it in the same way, or did they try to debunk it, or what was their aim in doing it? Because they're controlled opposition. So
they were agreeing with the Coriolis thing, and they were just showing different proofs that there was no Earth-based Coriolis, that the Earth doesn't spin.
They proved that the Earth doesn't spin? Globebusters?
Yeah. Well, that's what they were talking about. They used my video as one of the examples of no proof of Coriolis.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? That's awesome. That's awesome. So, what date was that one?
I believe it was last Sunday. I've got it mirrored on my calendar.
You're being very modest about this whole thing. I be shouting that from the housetop. That I don't think I when I was just checking it out, a lot of times I get over to check out your channel, and you're always doing something very, very interesting on there, and it's I know why, again, all of us who are in Flat Earth have smaller channels than what we need, what necessarily that we should have, and that's already been decided for us what our channel size will be and that kind of thing. I'm just amazed when I see your level of content and the thought and the foresight that goes into it. That your channel is right still sticking around maybe 2007 1.7. So I'm just amazed at that. But anyway, we wanted to talk about what we really wanted to talk about was the stars, because you saw some things about the kind of astronomy that we should be doing that would be more accurate, that would reflect flat Earth better. It would represent us better, and so you wanted to bring some maybe come behind, not to dispute anything that anyone's saying, but just kind of come behind what Terry Eicher was saying, and then show some of your videos on that and kind of share some of that stuff, the content that you had when it comes down to looking at the stars and that kind of thing. Now, let me just say this. You believe that the stars are under the firmament. I don't know. So I'm just like...
I don't know for sure, but I know when I first got into Flat Earth and I got a P900 and I saw the out of focus watery stars, I went out, same thing. I pointed at a star and zoomed in, and it looked all watery, and I thought it looked kind of weird, but I didn't think much about it because I didn't know that much about astronomy. But I started studying astronomy and got a telescope, and I used to know about photography when I was younger. Back when you had to put film in the camera and go get it developed, and nothing was automatic. I think all these smart devices are making us dumber. But people get these point and shoot cameras, and they don't really know anything about photography. And the P900 and the P1000. P1000 is a little bit better, but they have the tiniest sensors of any camera on the market.
I'm surprised to hear that. So that's how they reach so much distance? Is that why?
Well, they just don't collect light. They're terrible at night. They're good in the daytime.
Okay.
And the zoom, the zoom is the selling point of them. And they're good in the daytime, but the P900 is probably the worst thing that ever happened to astronomy, especially for Flat Earth.
Now, I bought my wife a camera for her anniversary, and it was almost about $1,000 I spent on that camera, and it's a Sony. It's a real nice one. It's got a big sensor on it. So you're saying that's better? That's a better aperture for capturing stars, starlight.
The bigger the sensor, the better light you're going to collect, of course. A telescope is made to look at the stars because it collects a lot of light. Like even a small telescope. I've got two. I've got one with a 4-inch mirror and one with a 4.5-inch mirror. They make 10, 12. People got some big telescopes. The bigger the mirror, the more light it collects, and the more you can see.
Okay, all right. So then
telescopes are designed for this, and there are astronomy clubs. There's people have been looking at stuff in the sky for hundreds of years through telescopes. They know what the stuff looks like, and so when us as flat earthers take a P900 that is like the worst thing ever to happen to astronomy and show somebody that owns a telescope a crazy watery out of focus star, they'll just look at you like you're you're crazy. You know, like, that's not what they look like.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, NASA does embellish, you know, like Saturn and Jupiter, stuff that we can see. Of course, they try to enhance it maybe and make it look like they got satellites floating around it. But, you know, we can look and see that there are rings around Saturn.
Uh-huh.
I mean,
okay.
so, you know, NASA does put out a lot of fake stuff, but there is some truth in what they put out. I mean, they can't put out something totally different than what we can see.
Okay.
You know, the planets that we supposedly can't see, that they're completely making up out of the blue, you know, that, yeah. That's just nonsense.
Let me go over and let's take a look at a couple of videos that I pulled up, and I really couldn't find. Let me see. Here's one here. This one here. Video. Can you see that one? I don't know whether you can, because I'm not really sure where we are. I'm looking for my channel here, and I don't see it here. So I think I'm on the live stream. Let me just go and double check. Hold on. Let me
yeah, I've got you on YouTube on my other monitor.
Yeah, let me see. Okay, yeah. Well, let me say hello to everybody first. I've got some people up here too. Peace, soul. Hello. How you doing this evening? And Fred Haston. Hi. Brian Burns. Hello. Kango Kong. Hello. Alex Fanny. Hello. Maria Parker. Hello. And Brian Burns again. And let's see who else is here. And then we have Mallet the Duck. All right, good to have you tonight. And he's going to be our moderator, or you're going to be helping us out to keep the trolls down. So let's see. I think we have everybody. Barry White and everyone here that's here. It's about 100 people viewing tonight. So that's a good thing. All right. And our guest again is Ron Hagberg. He is a amateur astronomer extraordinaire. Actually, he is a flat earther just like us, a down-to-earth person, and he has observed some things in his telescope and then also, I think what you were saying, Ron, you've observed how to adjust the telescope to get a better image of the stars, and you wanted to share that with us and kind of talk about that, right?
Yeah.
Is that it? Okay, yeah. So, all right. So I had a video here, and this one here was this video, and I don't know whether I'm allowed to play it or not. But this is a video here, star in water under the firmament, and this person here is saying that, well, you know how it works, that the image when they show it, it looks watery. It looks like it's underwater, and so you're saying that is due to the camera not being focused right, rather than the water effect.
You see those circles?
Yes.
In that image there, those are the multiple lenses inside the camera. The light's being spread out too wide, and you're seeing the outlines of the lenses inside the camera.
All right.
A zoom camera has probably 6 or 8, 10, 12 lenses in it, depending on how much zoom you have.
All
you know,
right.
and it's just like, you know, when you were a kid, you take a magnifying glass and try to start a fire or burn an ant. You know, you got to focus that light to the point to get the heat. Well, the camera focus is pretty much the same way. So if you point at a star, you have to focus that light till it's at its smallest point for it to be in focus.
Okay. Well, now you have some examples of some stars yourself that are on your channel of images that you did here with you did this with the P900. I'm gonna pull yours up, so I don't think there's going to be any problem with pulling yours up because after all, it is your channel. So we'll see what YouTube says. It's crazy around here. You know, third-party content. You know, it's crazy. But okay, so you did this with a Nikon P1000 Mars crop zoom, right?
Yep. I filmed Mars, and then I zoomed it in further in post-production with software. But a lot of people get Mars wrong. See, that's that's zoomed in with software, but that is in focus, and this is not a telescope. This is P1000. This is about the best it can do.
Okay.
But most people, when they film Mars with P900, they show the circles and all the watery stuff, and that's just way out of focus. And you can get those same watery effects on local lights. I've done it on flashlights, candles, street lights, cell tower lights. I've tested on everything I can possibly think of. And when you put a camera out of focus on any lights, it's got to be a little. I did a candle 200 feet away on one of my tests. Got the same exact watery effect when I was out of focus.
Okay.
With the circles and all that. They have a name for that photography when you see it's like a hexagonal shape around the outside when it gets to, there's different levels of out of focus. But when you see the hexagonal shape, a lot of people are sharing with the stars, that's the outline of the aperture inside the camera.
Okay.
That's the light's being spread too wide because it's way out of focus.
So now we're talking about what level of zoom is this on right here? This particular example of Mars. What level of zoom is this?
I just had to zoom in further with my software. If you go a little bit further, I think it shows the max zoom with the P1000 is tiny. You can barely see it. I mean, it's really small, even with the P1000. Go a little bit further in the video.
Right here?
Yeah, just scroll. Yeah, play it or scroll. I've got the original unedited. See, as I had to blow this up on the computer, I use what's the name of it? Wondershare Filmora.
Okay.
And you can zoom in further. But that is full maximum zoom with the P1000 right there.
Okay.
It's full digital max zoom. That's as big as it'll get.
So I'm still looking at this. Appears like a light in the sky.
Yeah.
That's really what it is. So we're not saying that it's millions of light years away.
Oh no, definitely
or
not.
millions of miles away. I suppose that's what it is. What I forgot, 68. I don't know how many millions of miles. They'll 33 million miles. Let's just say 33. Because they love that number. So it's millions of miles away, basically. So according to them, but it is not millions of miles away. It is under the firmament. And it is a light. It is a star. Yeah. Okay. And the reason they believe that it is millions of miles away is because the size is being judged in comparison to other bodies, celestial bodies. Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. A guy named Christopher Huygens back a few hundred years ago just looked at Venus and just assumed that it was the same size as Earth, and that's how they did all the mathematical formulas to get the size and distance to all the rest of the planets.
Okay.
And it's just all based on theory and nonsense. But I've done a video, you can take and get perfect focus on the moon. It works really good when the moon's out. Get perfect focus on the moon, and then lock your camera in manual focus so it won't change focus. Take it out of focus, and you can point it at anything else in the sky, and it will be in focus. Okay. So that tells that everything is about the same distance away.
Okay. All right. So the Earth is still flat, people. Yeah, Earth is still flat, and we are under a firmament, and we're just trying to figure the stars out as they appear to us right now. Because again, the word star is almost from my research, the word star is synonymous with planet, and it's planetos. Meaning wandering star, and what we're observing when we see Mars is a wandering star, not a planet that you can live or land on. So that's what we're observing, a light, a phenomenon in the sky that NASA has been telling us for years that we're going to actually go and live on this thing because it's light years away. But it's really just foolishness, because all we're really doing is observing a light in the sky. Now, you had something else very interesting when you were talking to me earlier around about this, and you made a statement about Venus having phases like the moon. Is that correct?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Do you have a video on it?
Yeah. I've got a few Venus videos. If you go back to my channel, my main page.
Okay. And let's go back to the main page. Let's take a look at that one. And what I type in?
Just Venus. I've got 3 or 4 Venus videos. I show it in and out of focus. I show you can see the crescent when it's in focus, and it looks like a watery ball when it's out of focus.
Let me see here. Venus, 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 Venus. Okay, I'm still looking for it.
Yeah, click on my channel.
Yeah, I'm trying to. I don't want to get off all of your channel. I want to do a channel search of your channel, and not a search of anybody else's here.
Yeah, it was at the very top of my channel.
It shouldn't be here. Is it here? You think? I don't see it.
Keep on going.
It's a strange thing. I'm not seeing it. I should be seeing a little place where I can click. Oh, for more here. Oh, how about this?
Yeah.
It's more. Okay.
Yeah.
The Globebusters talking. Clockwork. Nope. What date was it out there, Ryan?
Yeah. If you click that moon icon is my channel. That eclipse moon at the very top.
Okay, let's do it again.
Some of those other videos got my name in them, but they're not on my channel.
Okay, all right.
I keep on scrolling down it. You might get to it.
We'll reach the end of that scroll there. Is this gonna be? Are these the music videos? These are uploads, right? How about
yeah, some of those are my videos. So you're not. I don't think you're on my main channel. The very top, yeah, right there. Click on that. Okay, now hit videos.
Videos, all right, good.
Videos tab on the top.
Oh, there it is, right there. How about that? I got the search bar. Okay, so we're gonna do Venus, right?
Yeah.
Okay, folks, thank you for waiting. Okay, here we go. Nikon Venus. That's the one I was looking at the other day. Yeah. Okay. And what about which one of these are we looking at tonight?
I think there's a lag here. I'm looking at the YouTube. Scroll down a little bit. Oh yeah, just search Venus.
Let's see, Mars, Sirius.
Okay, that's that one right there. Yeah.
This one right there?
P1000. Yep. Click on that one.
This one?
The second one down.
This one?
Nope, second one from the top. It says Nikon P1000.
Nikon P1000 Sirius?
Go up. Go back up.
All right. This one there, Sirius Crop or Sunspots?
No, keep going. Go back up. You're going down.
Okay, this way.
Go to the top of the page. Well, that's Saturn, but most people can focus on Saturn and get it pretty good. Scroll back up.
This way.
All the way up to the top.
This way.
Yeah, keep going up.
This one.
Keep
Venus.
going up. Not that one.
This is the right here. This one. Venus. Venus, November 19, 2018.
I said there's a lag. I'm not sure what. There's a lag in what I'm looking at.
Oh yeah. I think
it shows it's the second one down from the top.
Okay, so
right, that one. Yep, that one right there.
Is this the right one?
11/21/18.
Yeah, 11/19/18.
Okay, that one should be good too.
Okay, so on this one, what are you showing here? What are we looking at?
I'm using the focus on the P1000 and showing how you get the watery effect when it's out of focus.
Okay.
And then I'll focus it in, and you'll see the crescent of Venus. Venus goes through phases. It takes longer than the moon. You can look it up. I forget how long it takes to go through a full phase, but it's a while. But like even with the P900, even if you get the focus right when you're videoing, it's almost impossible to get the exposure right because you can't adjust it. They very little manual control in P900. The P1000 has a movie manual mode, and you can actually adjust the shutter speed while you're filming to get the exposure right. I've seen people take flashlights and try to shine them in the end of the P900 to trick the exposure to get it right. And I've seen people make it work, but I hadn't had any luck with the P900 doing it.
Okay, so all right, so we're actually looking at an in focus picture of Venus, and this in focus picture of Venus, this is actually phasing. And there is nothing actually blocking this. This is because the light that is coming from Venus is going through a phase, just like the moon.
Yep.
It's amazing. That is phenomenal. Because let me give you a thumbs up on that one. Okay. That's phenomenal, because here's the thing I'm looking at on this. This thing here, whatever phenomenon is going on with this, is not what we've been being told, that something is moving in front of this. Okay, we know that they say that the shadow of the Earth is always moving in front of, in between the sun and the moon. I believe that's what they're saying. When we go through these eclipses, but what really debunks the eclipse is actually looking at other stars, planetals, phasing. Yeah. So because
I think they're self-phasing.
Go ahead. What are you gonna say? Go ahead.
I did a moon eclipse video with the January. It was January 31st, 2018. Eclipse, where the eclipse shadow came from the top down, which is kind of impossible. For the Earth to be close to the shadow, it should have been coming from the bottom up. And I got millions of views on that, and everybody, if I had $1 for everybody that copied that video and said my name, I'd be rich. But Venus. I said Venus goes through phases, and the P900 and P1000, they're not capable of auto-focusing on Venus. So a lot of people just put it in auto mode and zoom in, and it looks all crazy and watery, and they just get
So what did you have to do? What did you have to do to actually get it focused right again? So we'll know kind of how to focus it, because we all we don't want to do the same thing that everyone else is doing, deceive people or anything like that. All we're doing is learning, and it's good to learn in front of people because people know you're genuine that way, right? So that's basically what we're doing. And everybody's entitled to their opinion too, so there may be those out there who still believe, hey, there definitely is water up there, but we don't know where the water is, whether or not the water is coming, the light is coming from behind the water, or if it's coming from under, the water's above the stars. So we've heard, the Bible says that basically that God created stars and put them in the firmament. So if he put them up under the firmament, then that's good, that's in the firmament. Or if he put them actually inside the firmament, then we don't know. So that's going to be something we're never going to find out until we get to heaven and find out the mystery of God. One thing we do know is that we live on a flat plane and we have a dome over us, and that nothing is like what they've told us. Looking at these stars, I think technology has caught up to the ruses, to their ruse.
I think that's why they'll never do another moon mission, because we can see the moon so good now with A lot of people have telescopes and P900s, P1000s, zoom in on the moon. We'd be able to see that nothing's going there.
Yeah. The interesting thing, I'd mentioned this to you before about the telescopes that we have now compared to the telescopes we had years ago, is this whole idea behind Galileo's telescope. I think Galileo's telescope was a joke compared to the kind of magnification we have today. Is that true, you think?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, definitely. But, I've got just a small telescope. It's a Celestron Nexstar 4 SE. It's got a computerized mount on it, tripod that you can set it up and point it around, and it'll point at stuff for you. A lot of flat earthers I've seen get the idea that telescopes create images, but they don't. It's just a tube with mirrors in it and magnifying eyepiece. That's all it is.
Yeah, I think I heard Russian Vid say that. Now, that was one of the most far-out things that he said. But out of all of the truth that he gave, sometimes, we all get it wrong, right? And he admitted that, too. He said, sometimes we just get it wrong. But he was famous for saying that, too, about telescopes making up images. And so, I think this is really fascinating, though, about this image that you're seeing with this phasing. Now, how long does it take for this for Venus to phase like this?
Oh gosh, I can't remember off the top of my head. It's months or maybe even years. I think it's close to a year it takes to go from phase to phase. The moon takes a month. I think Venus takes a year or a little longer. I'd have to look it back up. I googled it, but I can't remember off the top of my head. So
these phases, they're just like what God said. Now, and let me just plug this book here. So I'm gonna do my station break here. Plug this book. Where Are We? And in Where Are We? You have all of the scriptures in Where Are We? And it tells us the purpose behind why we were created, where we are. This is what God actually, wrote about it. And Chad Taylor compiled all of this information in just this one book here, Where Are We? And I promote this book because I like it, because it's filled with example after example after example, along with the scripture that goes with it. So if you guys are interested in getting this book, I'm going to leave a link for it, and you can just go straight to my Amazon account and click away and buy it. It's a great book to have. I have it on my desk here, and every time I want to look up a scripture about the nature of the earth. Now, the Bible, one of the things that the Bible tells us is that the moon, the stars, the sun, everything, all of that is like a clock. It's a big timepiece, and God said He put them in the sky for seasons and for times. And so this is what the Word of God tells us, that we are the sun, the moon, the stars, all of those also are marking off time periods. So I guess what you've discovered here, Ron, when it comes down to Venus, which is, I don't know of anyone, this is rarely discussed in any university classroom. I don't know if I've ever discussed it. I know I've never discussed it in grade school, right? And I've never discussed it in high school. All we were told is that we have a solar system and we're flying around the sun on the earth. Now, but here's the thing. Scripture is telling us that when the moon goes into a phase and the moon does a certain thing, then that's marking off a season and a time period. Also, Venus is going through a phase and also giving us signs of a time period that God is about to do something. And, again, prophetically, we're looking at a lot of things happening on the earth that are taking place right now that are leading towards the time of the end. Well, we are in the end time, right? So it's leading up to some prophetic thing that God is about to do. And so when we see these the celestial bodies, the heavenly bodies doing different things, realize that, hey, this is just the way God designed it. It's clockwork. There is a meaning to life, and that I don't know how plain it can get other than just looking at this for your own self. You know, there may be some of you right out there right now, just like me. I didn't know that the Venus was going through phases like this. I wasn't aware of it, you know, and you know, I pride myself on knowing a few things, but I don't know this. So thank you, Ron, for sharing this with. There was some other videos you wanted us to see too, as well.
I was just going, you know, I've done a lot of tests with out of focus on different lights. I say you get the same watery effects you do with the Venus and everything else. But you know, it's just a camera thing, and you know, a lot of people just don't know about optics or astronomy.
Okay. Well, you know, I wanted to go over to this one here before we even conclude with this, because you also have some very, very compelling videos of evidence that NASA is actually faking being on the ISS. You know, okay, so for those of you who are globetrotters, I'm sorry, for those of you who are globe believers, okay, for those of you, okay, we're gonna give you the benefit of the doubt, because I don't know. I'm gonna tell you this. I'm amazed at how closed-minded people are when it comes to this stuff. You know, they really want to believe this science stuff, but her hair actually looks ridiculous already. People's hair don't do that in space. Okay, so all of this, I'm in space and my hair is up like this, is just really ridiculous. But this one here, you show the harness. You say astronauts, astronauts, harness fails, which is amazing. I want to let you see this, guys. This one here is a video here of the astronaut taking off and doing some acrobatics or whatever. Here, let's take a look at this. Let me move this out the way here. Check this out. There. Wow. Did you see that? I have to stop the music because sometimes they get on me about the music.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can look at that. Wow. What's making her neck do that? What is making her? I don't know. Is anybody else seeing this? This here was masterful. Did you? I mean, you must have got a lot of hate mail from this one here, Ryan.
Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah, that's the harness jerking on her collar.
Yeah. Well, you know, it could be due to too much starch, huh? Yeah. Let's check it out. Watch this. Oh my goodness. It's going to be people. There are going to be people who are going to say that never happened. Let me go back to this one, and then I go to the next example. There's going to be people who are going to say that they didn't see that. That's just like me, you know. And I point out things, and then they'll say that they did not see it. So let's go one more time. Did you guys see that? I don't know. Okay, so what's the deal with this one here? Explain this one.
This guy gets his foot caught in the wire when he does his little flip. The next one.
Okay, let's check this out. Oh my gosh. And he's embarrassed. It's so stupid. I don't know. Is it? Do you think that they are the worst actors I've ever seen in my life? Yeah. The stuff they do.
Like while they hold their hands like that, I think they're hanging upside down. It makes their clothes appear to be floating off of them. I think they're actually hanging upside down on some of these.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So how they doing a little microphone? Is that CGI? What do you think?
Yeah. They layer in the CGI on all that stuff. They have Mike Helmick does a lot of good.
Mike Helmick. That was excellent. What he did, and he hasn't done any lately. But I mean, he broke it all down. So yeah. I would go to Mike Helmick's channel too and check that one out too, because he has some real convincing video. Well, it doesn't get any better than just this stuff here, just all of this stuff here. Watch this leg get caught here. That's pathetic.
It's almost like they do it on purpose to see who's paying attention. I mean,
yeah,
they could do it better. They could do it better if they wanted to. I mean,
yeah,
Hollywood does it better.
It's almost like truth in plain sight. They keep telling us the truth to see how stupid we are.
Yeah.
And there are people who are actually fans of these people. They're really fans. They're at home. They're mad about this whole thing. And then when you hit them with the truth, they're going to say, well, what difference does it make? Well, it makes all the difference in the world. You've been like, well, okay, so what's going on with this? The strange arm. Okay, let's check this one out. That is strange, isn't it? It's almost like it's in like graphed in. That actually, you see that? It looks like that looks like well, you know what I do with my green screen, and you see my hand go off the green screen and come back in. Everybody's seen that. And I'm not trying to fake anybody with that. And people have pointed it out. Vincent, your hand went off the screen, and I'm like, yeah, I'm a robot, you know. So tell them something crazy. But here, that looks like a engrafted in hand.
Yeah, I think he hit his harness wire going to go for the microphone or something. He had to reach back around it or something. It looked like he bumped into something with his hand and had to reach around. Maybe his harness wire or something.
Okay, so they're holding on. Watch this. Let's see what do we got here. Oh, he got caught, and he's grabbing the wire. It's ridiculous. They ought to be tired of lying. Why do they lie to us like this? Don't they fear hell? I don't understand it. I hope it doesn't hang him. That's pathetic. Look at him looking at the wire.
See, he reaches above his head to grab the wire. That's his foot's caught in it. The other guy's trying to help him.
Wow. All this to make us believe that the earth is round. It's amazing. Yeah, that's amazing. Let me see what people are saying here. I've been neglecting everybody here, Ron. Let me find out what they're saying. All right, so Timothy Ryan, you said, cause most people believe them. Yeah, they do. Truth Seeker, you said that one made me laugh. Laugh out loud, yeah. And Karen Ann Preston, are we so blind they think? Yeah, that's true. They do think we're blind. And Paul Van Horn, you said nassholes. What does that mean? Okay, and Sharon L. Satan blinds them from the truth. Vincent, that's what's going on. I believe it. And Randy Thomas, don't they watch this tomfoolery? I don't even think they even watch their own videos. They're so bad. Randy. Mark Shirley, astronauts. They definitely are not astronauts. They are nothing. Actor-nauts, right? They're the worst actors. I think they really should get Sandra Bullock and other people like that to act these roles because, you know, these are terrible. These people are terrible actors. Let me see. Mallet the Duck, you said Wormwood is also a star and falls from heaven in the book of Revelation. That's what will make 1/3 part of the water bitter and the fish die. Yeah, okay, good. Well, we know that's prophecy. And glass union, let's make some cookies. Well, yeah, we can make cookies and make some popcorn too. We can watch this stuff all night long here and everything. Anyway, I guess there's Ron Hagberg. I think we're just about finished, but I just wanted to kind of like go over some of the stuff that he was sharing with us about the stars. He has some very fine videos on his channel. Go and check him out. And everybody do me a favor. Go over there and everybody subscribe at the same time to Ron Hagberg's channel and hit the bell notification, because let me tell you this, they can't, I mean, YouTube can only respond to so many people at a time, so maybe we can flood them with just a number of people just going over there and subscribing, because, you know, again, the more you subscribe to the channels, the larger the platform gets, the more a person has influence to get the truth out, and that's really what they're afraid of, whoever these people, and I won't say it's YouTube, I'll say it's just people who are behind the entire conspiracy to keep us in the dark about where we live and what the world looks like. And that's, you know, it's unfortunate that that this is going on, but I'm glad I have Ron here. He's a big old truck driver and also a flat earther and a researcher and many other things, a father and a family. You have a family, right? And so, you know, yep. He's just concerned about the same thing we're concerned about. I'm concerned about the children of tomorrow being raised up in a world that is totally delusional and is getting worse and worse. And what we have to do is we have to fight back against this darkness that is you know, around us. I think that, you know, that's basically what I think. Go ahead.
Real quick, something I found out recently about YouTube and the subscriptions. If you subscribe to somebody and don't watch one of their videos within 48 hours, they'll take that subscription away.
Oh, really? Is that it?
Yeah. I was watching some of these grow channels. You know, people were trying to grow their channels. They say you have to watch a whole video. If you subscribe to somebody, you have to watch a video and either like or leave a comment to keep the subscription.
That's amazing. So, that's amazing. That's amazing. You know, and I was really shocked because I was on my way to 60,000, and then they started backing off, and then they got me at 54,000, and they just kept that there. And I was really shocked that they did that. I guess it should just be, I consider myself privileged to have, you know, it's kind of like they give you what they want you to have, you know. So I don't know when they put this policy in effect, but it seems to be keeping everybody in the same place. But yeah, I would recommend that too. You guys continue to like, share, subscribe, comment, tell other people about it, watch the videos, and I think that will make them know that there are a number of people who are really interested in the nature of the earth and that kind of thing. And you know, I think this information is more valuable than just watching TV.
Yeah.
You know, as a joke, but it's the truth. You know, it's
way
more valuable.
Over 2 years.
Yeah, it's way more valuable and more entertaining. I think this is more entertaining than watching TV. You know, in any regard. Yeah. Well, anyway, Ron, I'm gonna let you get off. I know everything. You got other things to do, and I appreciate the talk that we've had tonight. And again, you want to plug your channel again and tell them again, you know, anything, any closing words?
It's just my name, Ron Hagberg. I got the moon symbol you can see on the bottom, lunar eclipse icon. Is like out on my channel. So
okay. Well, you guys go over and check out Ron. He has a lot of other stuff. This really powerful video too. I didn't even get a chance to talk about that, with the arrow flying up in the air and judging the Coriolis effect. And you put some numbers out there that people would be interested to see, you know. And we talked briefly about.
One was even more telling.
Okay.
When they shot the caliber gun straight up in the air, the bullet should have. I did the math. The bullet should have landed at least 20 miles away from me.
Wow.
And it almost.
Wow. Well, okay. Well, I'm going to get off here, and I thank everybody for showing up tonight. I'm going to say goodbye to the live stream in the last few moments. Let's see if there's anybody here. Anybody got a comment before we go, because we're about to go off the air. I thank the good Lord that He's given us the opportunity to be here and to share in God's truth and His wonder of His world. You know, they've been hiding from us the beauty of God's world, and I'm thrilled to be in the know, right? And so I'm glad that each one of you are on tonight. Let's see, Rick Swain, thank you. Brian Burns, thank you for showing up. Mark Shirley, thank you for showing up, and thank you. You saying thank Ron? Yeah, well, Ron, I'm sure he appreciates it. And Maria Parker, thank you for showing up. And let's see who else. I am Alpha. You can always get what you want. Okay, you can't always get what you want. Yeah, that's the truth. Well, anyway, we're going to get off here. God bless you guys. And remember, until next time, that Jesus is the light of the world, and the truth shall